Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Wrexham Glyndwr University. Please note during this ceremony, if the fire alarm were to sound in this hall, you will be invited to remain seated until a brief investigation is carried out to determine if there is an incident. The fire alarm will still sound during this investigation period. If an evacuation is required, you will be instructed to do so by the relevant fire marshals. Please follow the instructions given to you at all times. In the event of an evacuation being required, please note the fire exits in this main hall. Wheelchair users and others with mobility issues, please note the fire exit for you to use would be the doors nearest to the stage on your left or any doors on the right. For guests sitting in the balcony of this hall, your fire exits are through main entrance door into the balcony or through the fire exit door at the front of the balcony seating on your right-hand side. For guests sitting in the Nick Whitehead Theatre, your fire exits are through main entrance door into the theatre or through the fire exit door at the front of the theatre to your left-hand side. In the event of an emergency, marshals will direct you to your nearest fire exit and to the relevant fire assembly points. The ceremony itself will start when the band play the processional music and the procession will enter the hall. At this point, the Chief Marshal will ask you all to stand. Please remain standing until the procession party is on the stage, when the Chief Marshal will advise you to sit. During the ceremony, the use of mobile phones is strictly prohibited, so please ensure all mobile phones are switched off or silent. You are also requested to refrain from talking throughout the ceremony. If you have children in attendance and they become restless, we respectfully request that you quietly exit the hall. The ceremony will last approximately an hour to an hour and a half, and we ask that you remain seated as far as possible until the end of the ceremony to minimise disruption or disturbance for others. Please note photographs can be taken during the ceremony, but we kindly ask that you do not obstruct the view of any other guests or the aisles. At the end of the ceremony, the band will play again, and you will be requested to stand while the procession leaves the hall. We will invite the graduates to join the procession as it leaves the hall, followed by their guests, and you can then make your way to the Edward Llwyd Centre, where refreshments will be available. Please do not leave the hall until directed to do so by the marshals to allow the procession time to clear the hall. We would ask that you arrange to meet graduates in the Edward Llwyd Centre after the ceremony rather than in the main reception. We are delighted to be able to welcome you to the university today, and we hope that you enjoy the ceremony and your day. Thank you.
Croeso I Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam ac I seremoni raddio y Brifysgol. Yr ail o 5 seremoni yw chynnal dros 3 diwrnod. Welcome to Wrexham Glyndwr University and to the university's graduation ceremony, the second of 5 ceremonies to be held over 3 days. Y mae 2 ran i'r seremoni sy'n cael ei alw yn gynulliad y Brifysgol. Yn rhan gyntaf y cynulliad, byddwn yn derbyn yn gymrawd anrhydeddus, unigolyn a ystyrir yn deilwng o'r anrhydedd yma. Yn ail ran y seremoni byddwn yn cyflwyno tystysgrifau, diplomau a graddau. There are 2 parts to this ceremony, known as a congregation of the university. In the first part, we will receive as an honorary fellow an individual who has been judged worthy of this honour. In the second part of the ceremony, we will be presenting certificates, diplomas and degrees. Wel, mae nawr yn rhoi pleser I mi alw ar Maxine Penlington, cadeirydd bwrdd y Llywodraethwyr, I agor y seremoni y prynhawn yma. It gives me great pleasure to invite Maxine Penlington, Chair of the Board of Governors of Glyndwr University, to open the ceremony.
Westeion nodedig, foneddigion a boneddigesau, ddarpar raddedigion. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. For many of you, today's ceremony is the official end of your studies at Wrexham Glyndwr University and is marked by these formal proceedings known as a congregation, followed by informal celebrations afterwards in the Edward Llwyd Centre. The reason for this congregation is so that degrees can be conferred, honorary fellowships awarded, and other business which concerns this university be transacted. Ac felly, gan yr awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y Brifysgol, mae'n bleser mawr gen efagor y cynulliad hwn o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam ac I ofyn I broclamasiwn y Brifysgol gael ei ddallen. And so, by the authority given to me by the university, it gives me great pleasure to open this congregation of Wrexham Glyndwr University and to ask that the university proclamation be read.
Hyder trwy addysg. Bydded hysbys I aelodau'r Brifysgol ac I bawb sydd yn bresennol. Y cynhelir heddiw ar y dyddiad hwn, dydd Mercher y 10 o Hydref 2019, yn nhref Wrecsam, gynulliad awdurdodedig o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam a Phrifysgol Cymru, I dderbyn yn gymrawd anrhydeddus, unigolyn teilwng, sydd trwy ei weithredoedd wedi profi ei hun yn deilwng o barch yn y gymdeithas academaidd. Derbynir i'w gwobrau hefyd unigolion sydd trwy efrydiaeth yn y Brifysgol a thrwy ddisg, medr a dyfalbarhad wedi teilyngu'r cyfryw raddau yn unol ag ordeiniadau'r Brifysgol, gyda phob gweddi a dymuniad ar iddynt fwynhau iechyd a hir hoedl i wasanaethu ei hoes a'i cenedl dan fendith y nedd. Yna, dy oleuni a gyfyd mewn tywyllwch, ath dywyllwch a fydd fel hanner dydd. A rhai a fyddant ohono ti a adeiladant yr hen ddiffeithleoedd. Y mae digonedd o aer ac o emau, ond geiriau deallus yw'r trysor gwerthfawrocaf. Hyder trwy addysg. Confidence through education. Be it known to members of the university and to all here present that an authorised congregation of Wrexham Glyndwr University and the University of Wales is being held here in the town of Wrexham this day, Wednesday, 30th of October 2019, to receive as an honorary fellow a worthy person who through his actions and deeds has shown himself to be worthy of the respect of the academic community. In addition, those who have, through study at the university and through learning, ability and perseverance, been deemed worthy of university awards in accordance with the ordinances of the university will be admitted to their appropriate degrees, in the hope that they may be given health and long life to serve their generation and their country under the blessing of heaven. Then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Mae Owain Glyndwr wedi ein hysbrydoli ni ar hyd y canrifoedd. Tra roedd Shakespeare yn disgrifio'r dyn, roedd y bardd Cymraeg Iolo Goch yn disgrifio ei lys. Gorau Cymro, tro trylew bia'r wlad. Lyn bywer lew. Gŵr meingrif gorau mangre. A ffiau'r llys. Hoff yw'r lle. The spirit of Glyndwr has inspired generations. The Welsh poet Iolo Goch described his court, while Shakespeare spoke of the man. He is a worthy gentleman, exceedingly well-read and profited in strange concealments, valiant as a lion and wondrous affable, and as bountiful as mines of India. Mae nawr yn bleser gen I alw ar Dr Caroline Hughes I gyflwyno Nazir Afzal, OBE, am gymrodoriaeth anrhydeddus. It now gives me pleasure to call upon Dr Caroline Hughes to present Nazir Afzal, OBE, for an honorary fellowship.
Nazir Afzal, OBE, was Chief Crown Prosecutor for North West England and formerly a Director in London, and recently he was Chief Executive of the country's Police and Crime Commissioners. During a 24-year career, Nazir has prosecuted some of the most high-profile cases in the country and advised on many others, leading nationally on several legal topics including violence against women and girls, child sexual abuse, and honour-based violence. Nazir had responsibility for more than 100,000 other prosecutions each year. He was appointed to the Independent Press Standards Organisation. He is also National Advisor on Gender-Based Violence to the Welsh Government. Most recently, Nazir joined the advisory board of Google's Innovation Fund for Counter-Extremism. Nazir is tutor for several leadership programmes in the public and private sector. He is on the European Union and Council of Europe list of expert speakers and assists the UN on rule of law. Nazir gives a considerable amount of time to charitable work and is trustee and patron of several NGOs. He is Pro-Chancellor of Brunel University, an Honorary Fellow of the University of Central Lancashire, and awarded an honorary doctorate in law by the Universities of Birmingham, Manchester and Leicester. Nazir has received many accolades. In 2005, he was awarded an OBE by the Queen for his work with the Crown Prosecution Service and involvement with local communities. He was awarded the CPS's Public Servant of the Year, named Legal Personality of the Year by the Society of Asian Lawyers, the UK Government's Justice Award 2007, and the Daily Mirror newspaper People's Award, voted for by readers. Nazir was awarded the Law Society Bar Council Mentoring Award. He was also selected for the Asian Power 100, along with the Muslim Power 100 list. He has been listed in the Pakistan Power 100, which regards him as one of the 100 most influential people of Pakistani origin in the world today. Nazir was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Power 100 and received the British Muslim Award in 2013, was made Asian Media Group's Man of the Year in 2012, and received the Asian Achievers Award in 2014. Nazir is being honoured for his services to society. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Nazir Afzal, OBE, for the sake of honour, Fellow of Glyndwr University.
Do I keep this? Good afternoon, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. It is an enormous honour to be honoured here by this university for services, as was just outlined to you, for society. I'm very privileged for all the things that I've been able to do, largely because people have trusted me and I've been able to operate within that trust. But like the people at the back, I have 3 children in university, so I feel your pain. Those of you at the front who are reaching this extraordinary milestone in your journeys need to remember who it is that supported you on that journey. Like you, ladies and gentlemen at the back, I have a wallet which has pictures of my children instead of the money that used to be there. Just like you, I've had to sacrifice an enormous amount to ensure that my children get to the point that your children are at here in this room. So I want you, ladies and gentlemen, at the front, to pay tribute to your parents and carers and families at the back. Now, just like you, I've been on a journey. It's all about journeys. My journey started, my family came from the traditional and tribalistic parts of Pakistan, where they moved to where I was born, the traditional and tribalistic parts of Birmingham. And once I had lived through the 60s and 70s and realized that actually I was different, and I was told I was different on a regular basis by skinheads and racists, I realized that I had to do something different. Now, I stood up to those who were bullying me, and I said to them, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words will not hurt me." And it worked, because after that, it was only ever sticks and stones. But when you've been beaten black and blue, you can do one of two things. You can say, well, the world has made me what I am, and I will have to deal with it, or the world is what it is, and I have to change it. And I've been very fortunate in the roles that I've had the ability to change it. When I started prosecuting nearly 30 years ago now, we were just an agency that did what the police asked us to do. By the time I left, we were doing things differently. I was informed by victims and survivors by their experience. They told me that they were not getting the service they deserved. So whether it was honor-based violence, whether it was forced marriage, whether it was child sexual abuse, homicide, you name it. You mentioned 100,000 a year. I've prosecuted the best part of 1 million cases during my career. Some of the most horrific things that human beings do to other human beings are here in my head. But it wasn't enough just to leave them in my head. It was more important that I did something with the privilege that I had as the chief prosecutor. So if you've seen the BBC film Three Girls, you'll know that I prosecuted that gang in Rochdale. You'll know that the actor who played me in that film was much more handsome than I am. You'll know that my wife's got a picture of him on the wall where mine should be. But more importantly, those victims who had never been given justice were given justice. I could not let that stop. I then led nationally to ensure that we were dealing with this crime everywhere. And by the time I left the Crown Prosecution Service, Vice-Chancellor, we had the highest conviction rate for the abuse of children in our history. One person and one team and one group of people can do that. You often hear this phrase that you can't bring the change. Well, true, bureaucracies cannot bring the change, but individuals can. Just imagine when Rosa Parks sat on a bus where she wasn't welcome, and what change she brought. What change Nelson Mandela brought, Mahatma Gandhi brought, Greta Thunberg is bringing. One individual, you, graduates, can bring the change. See this as a milestone on your journey. See this as an opportunity to build on what the great staff at this university have been able to give you opportunities to learn. But learning comes down to you. Action comes down to you. And remember this, it's a message I heard a long time ago, that the only ceiling to your achievement is the one that you create in your head. Thank you.
Bydded hysbys i aelodau'r Brifysgol ac i bawb sydd yn bresennol. Fod y Brifysgol wedi rhoddi'r awdurdod i'r athro Maria Hinfela i dderbyn i'w graddau fyfyrwyr Prifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam a enillodd raddau yn unol â rheolau'r Brifysgol. Gwelir enwau'r rhai y gellir ei derbyn i'w graddau yn y cynulliad hwn yn y rhestr printiedig sydd wedi ddosbarthu. Let it be known to members of the university and to all who are present that the university has granted authority to Professor Maria Hinfela to admit to their degrees students of Wrexham Glyndwr University who have qualified for degrees according to the regulations of the university. The names of those who may be admitted to their degrees in this congregation are to be seen on the printed lists that have been distributed today. Anrhydeddus Isganghellor. Cyflwynaf i chi y myfyrwyr hyn o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam yw graddau, diplomau a'i tystysgrifau priodol. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you these students from Wrexham Glyndwr University to their respective certificates, diplomas and degrees. Diploma Addysg Uwch. Diploma of Higher Education.
Amy Gilmore.
Bachelor yn y celfyddydau anrhydedd. Bachelor of Arts, Honours.
Claire Bassam, Sian Cook, Lisa Edwards, Jade Evans. Katarzyna Evans, Joanna Gawenda, Mark Hagan, Jacob Jones. Sylvia Moscow, Daniel Sands. Sorry.
Say those lines.
Oh.
Say those lines.
Sorry. Katarzyna Evans, Joanna Gawenda, Mark Hagan, Jacob Jones. Sylvia Moscow, Daniel Sands, Rebecca Smith. Mitchell Taylor, Lucy Belk, Jake Allen, Alice Bradford. Cam Chan, Wai Chang, Clifford Chunda, Kadiatu Konde. Francis Dixon Ratcliffe, Taylor Dowell, Katie Dunn, Yusuf Gadzama. Susan Gould, Laura Griffiths, Gareth Hill. Caitlin Hilton, Jessica Hughes, Felicia Iroha. Car Swen Valerie Lamb.
Enillydd gwobr israddedig y CIPD, winner of the CIPD Undergraduate Prize. Daniel Lloyd. Parhau gyda'r gwobrau Bachelor yn y celfyddydau anrhydedd, continuing with the Bachelor of Arts Honours Awards.
Jessamy Lyons, Hugh Mack, Sarah Mazzone, Jonathan Morris. Zilard Nagy, Darius Novak, Jack Owens, Lauren Owens. Rhys Price-Jones, Carla Purcell, James Robertson. Llinos Thomas, Russell Williams, Yuk Wong. Ka Yao, Myla Buenobra, Pearl Gomez. Trevin Paver, Jenny Udale. Ebony Banks, Natalie Faraday, Lydia Florence, Georgina Holmes. Adam Jones, Victoria Keith, Premislaw Mandina and Amadine Ratoivil. Emma Richards, Jenna Trounson.
Cyn i'r is-ganghellor anerch y cynulliad, fe gawn yn awr berfformiad cerddorol byr gan ensemble pres graddio Prifysgol Glyndwr, sydd yn gysylltiedig â cerddorfa symffoni Wrecsam. Mae Glyndwr yn gartref swyddogol i'r gerddorfa. Cofiwch mai nid egwyl yw hwn, ond perfformiad. Felly fi asem yn gwerthfawrogi petai chi'n aros yn eich seddau ar gyfer y band. Before the Vice-Chancellor's address, we will now have a short musical performance from the Glyndwr University Graduation Brass Ensemble, who are affiliated to the Wrexham Symphony Orchestra, the orchestra in residence here at the William Aston Hall. Please remember that this is not an intermission, but a performance, and we would appreciate if you could remain seated. Diolch yn fawr. Y hoffwn yn awr wahodd yr is-ganghellor I roi ei hanherchiad. I would now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor to give her address.
Chair, graduating students, parents, spouses, friends, colleagues, honoured guests, fellows, members of the Board of Governors, ladies and gentlemen. Pwranawn da. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you most warmly to today's award ceremony at Wrexham Glyndwr University, on what is a very special day for everyone assembled here today, whether you are here in person or watching the live stream. In fact, this moment, with you as graduates in the spotlight, will remain available on YouTube for many years to come, for as long as YouTube still exists as a social media platform. You'll be able to watch it for decades. Gaining a university degree is one of the highest personal achievements, a test of stamina, commitment, intellectual rigour and ability, and you should be extremely proud. You have worked hard, and you have embraced the opportunity of a university education. On behalf of the staff and all the governors of the university, I'd like to say congratulations, Glyndwr, and well done. I am delighted to be the first to shake your hand and to address you all today. It's a real privilege. As the leader of the university, I can truly say that graduation ceremonies are the highlight of the year, and I wouldn't mind if they happened every day. I would get to wear this wonderful gown and hat all the time. I would hear about inspiring people who become honorary fellows, and I could meet graduates and their families afterwards. As I'm sure you will agree, obtaining a degree isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. Whatever subject you've taken and whatever degree classification you have achieved. It takes dedication and concentration, and I'm sure there will have been moments of uncertainty along the way in the past 3 years or so. Or did you never doubt yourself at all? If that was the case, good for you. But if you did doubt yourself, that's even better. The fact that you are here today, celebrating your success, means that you managed to overcome those doubts. You may have learned valuable lessons, how to cope with a bit of headwind, and become a stronger person for it. That will stand you in good stead for the future as you focus on the next phase of your lives. As I found, leading a university isn't about dressing up in academic gowns and celebrating every day either. There are headwinds and challenges for the university too, and I will talk about them a little bit now. As Wrexham Glyndwr University, we are members of Universities Wales, along with 7 other universities based mostly in Cardiff and Swansea, plus Aberystwyth and Bangor. We meet about 4 or 5 times a year, usually in Cardiff, of course, although I've actually persuaded them to come up to North Wales for once, and they're all coming up here next June. As part of our meeting schedule, we also speak with the Minister for Education regularly, Kirsty Williams. She has been the Welsh Minister for Education for 3.5 years now. If you compare that to UK-wide in Westminster, there have been at least half a dozen different ministers for universities and science at Westminster in the past 3 years. You just cannot keep up with it. In fact, some of them have been there in the role twice and then disappeared again within weeks. But that's a different story. Back to Wales and our meetings with the Minister. She is really passionate about education at all levels and keen to see the university deliver quality teaching and research. She has visited all 8 universities more than once, and I'm always impressed that she remembers specific examples of what she has seen and heard. About a year ago, she met some of our staff and students in the social sciences area, and there was excellent engagement. She had conversations with groups in a roundtable setting in the then brand new scale-up space on B Corridor. It's good to see senior politicians reach out to organisations and to people and to be on top of their brief. But there is also a challenge, the headwind I mentioned earlier. Along with my colleagues in the sector, we would like to see more encouragement from government for Welsh students to stay in Wales and study here. There is a view that too many leave the region for good, and that's a real shame, because Wales needs talent. There is an ambitious national strategy to grow the economy, to grow prosperity, and to improve healthcare. But to achieve that, we need the people and the higher level skills. We want to play our part and are ready to offer places to more students, whether they are from around here or from further afield. So spread the word. You've come through Wrexham Glyndwr University, and as successful alumni, you are now our ambassadors. So tell all your friends and family they don't need to go to various big and heavily polluted cities up the motorway in a northerly or easterly direction. I won't mention any names, of course. Apart from the issue of keeping more students in Wales, we often also talk about with the Minister about financial support. A new system has just come in Wales for maintenance grants for students, and that's really positive. But the universities also argue that as institutions we need support. Our level of income is staying the same. The costs are going up. That can create some difficulties. We want to invest in our facilities and in our programs so that we can continue to offer a quality education and the right level of services to our students. We need to make sure that our research stays current and that we not only keep up with what is happening in industry today, but can also offer innovation and creativity to benefit the industry and community of tomorrow. That requires resources, in other words, money. There will always be competing demands for government funding from other sections of society, which are just as deserving, and we do understand that. On the good news front, we have had some funding coming through for capital development at the university. The Higher Education Funding Council for Wales has made available £1.5 million for Wrexham Glyndwr University in the past couple of years towards delivery of our transformative Campus 2025 strategy. So far, we have invested in the study and the gallery, which are brand new social and collaborative learning spaces. We have transformed teaching spaces downstairs along B corridor. We have upgraded our catering facilities. We have invested in new clinical spaces for health education programs. And we have opened a transformed state-of-the-art sports facility jointly with the Football Association Wales at Colliers Park. And we've also invested in our information services, in our virtual learning environment so that we can welcome international students from around the globe who are also participating in many of our programs, and some of whom are here graduating today. And I'd like to extend a very special welcome to them too. During this academic year, we plan to further upgrade the foyer and reception area outside this hall, which is very heavily used by students and visitors and could do with an upgrade. We also aim to create a new space for graduate startup businesses, which will be available at very low rental charges with access to support and advice for recent graduates who look to set up their own independent businesses. In the longer term, Campus 2025 will bring many more exciting developments, such as a new learning gateway building and a reconfiguration of the external space, making it more pedestrian-friendly. To fund this, we need to sell some pieces of land in and around Wrexham, which we do not require for university buildings. And we aim to do this in tandem with wider development plans for the region. In other words, our plans to transform the university and offer the excellent facilities our students rightly expect should also help the plans for Wrexham and the surrounding area. We want to offer inspiring places where people can thrive and inspire others. That is what learning is about. I have worked in education for my entire career in various countries. To be precise, first in my home country, the Netherlands, followed by Ireland for a number of years, and now the UK. Yes, I am, and will continue to be, a European citizen, and proud of it. Don't worry, I won't use the B word in this speech. Cultures and landscapes are, of course, different across various countries, and so are systems of education. But one thing binds them together, in my personal experience: a strong motivation to do well, which is shared by the students, their families, the academic and professional staff, and by policymakers, even though they may be far away. I've always found it incredibly rewarding to see my graduates do well. That is why I think education is among the best sectors to work in. At Wrexham Glyndwr University, we invite alumni to stay in touch and to tell us how they are getting on. We have WGU Connect and our Careers and Employability Service, which will remain available to you and will be there to help you whenever you need it. And you can also help us. The Independent National Graduate Outcomes Survey will contact you in about a year's time. They gather information from as many graduates as possible around the country, 15 months after they have completed their studies. I cannot stress enough how important it is for us and for future students that you participate in this survey, so that we build an accurate picture of the impact and the outcomes which our academic programs have. We care about this and will act on any lessons learned. I'm sure that, like everybody, you sometimes ignore emails and phone calls. Now, this is one that you should not ignore. You will see Graduate Outcomes UK as part of the email address, which will be sending out invitations for you to participate. And as your university, we're also obliged to keep contact details current, so we will stay in touch with you to make sure that we can do that, and I'd like you to help us with that too. As we celebrate your achievements here today, it's important that we remember all those who made your success possible. This includes, of course, your friends here at the university who enjoyed your company. It also includes all the academic staff, the technicians, professional services staff who've helped you and supported you throughout your time here. Equally, our thanks go to the Students' Union, bringing your voice to every level of the university. But it's also really important for us to remember those who helped you get here in the first place. Teachers at your schools, perhaps, or employers who supported you, and, of course, first and foremost, those on the home front. No matter how much individual talent you have, very few people can thrive unless they have a supportive environment around them. People who let you get on with your studies and who lent a listening ear when you needed one. Those people deserve your thanks today, as you could not have managed without them. So on your behalf, I would like to thank them all. And I know you've already given people a clap. Now this time I'm going to do it again, slightly differently. What I'd like you to do is to all get up and face and turn towards the home front and give them a nice warm round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Please sit down again. Thank you. I hope you also looked at the camera for the YouTube clips. You remember to do that. So thank you very much for that. And I'd also at this point like to thank our Glyndwr graduate ensemble, who did a very good job again today. And they'll be here with us tomorrow and on Friday to entertain us with their music, and they're doing a fantastic job. So finally, to round off, I wish you every success in your future career. And once again, there's nothing more rewarding than discovering how much an education can make a difference to people's lives. So don't forget about that graduate outcome survey, please. So fill it in when it arrives. Today, though, is about enjoying the moment. Have a lovely celebration later on. And for the future, I wish you pob luck, iechyd a hapus roedd dda, good luck, good health, and happiness. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you.
Anrhydeddus Is-Ganghellor. Cyflwynaf i chi y myfyrwyr hyn o Brifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam yw graddau, diplomau a'i tystysgrifau priodol. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you these students from Wrexham Glyndwr University to their respective certificates, diplomas and degrees. Bachelor mewn gwyddoniaeth anrhydedd. Bachelor of Science, Honours.
Chelsea Barron, Robert Blake, Nicola Burnett, Amy Carter, Fiona Edwards.
Enillydd Gwobr Cangen Cymru o Gymdeithas Seicoleg Prydain. Winner of the Welsh Branch British Psychological Society Prize.
Emily Frances Heaton.
Parhau gyda'r gwobrau Bachelor mewn Gwyddoniaeth Anrhydedd, continuing with the Bachelor of Science Honours Awards.
Anastasia Gatsoulis, Kieran Green, Carolyn Harrison, Emma Jones. Sinead Kelleher, Jade Koshi, Marianne Krog, Leanne Madeley-Jones.
Enillydd gwobr Cymdeithas Seicoleg Prydain, winner of the British Psychological Society Prize,
Sheila Matthews.
Parhau gyda'r gwobrau Bachelor mewn Gwyddoniaeth Anrhydedd, continuing with the Bachelor of Science Honours Awards.
Catherine Musk, Titus Yankoon, Amy Richards, Faye Roberts. Donna Smith, Abigail Starr, Rachel Threlfall. Claire Walker-Gordon, Daniel Wilkins, Jack Coates, Gwilym Mansfield-Thomas.
Diploma uwchraddedig, postgraduate diploma.
Yen Young.
Meistr yn y celfyddydau, Master of Arts.
Jennifer Arrowsmith, Emma Baddeley, Philippa Davis, Emma Griffiths. Julie Hughes Boys, Sally Roberts, Erin Stitson, Elizabeth Wallens.
Meistr Gweithredol Gweinyddu Busnes. Executive Master of Business Administration.
Nicholas Cotton, David Hughes, Christopher Jones, Kelly Oldham-Jones. Nigel Roberts, Lydia Stasiak, John Stevens, James Tipping.
Meistr mewn Gweinyddu Busnes. Master of Business Administration.
Za Ai Sa Bai. Andrew Ben-Yuri, Olabisi Brown, Chun Chan. Mai Chan, Yi Chan, Shu Chu. Emma Forrest, Wing Fung. Ashley Griffiths, Ian Henney, Yuen Ho. Ye Tun Wang Hung. Dami Afede, Lai Kain, Tu Kiao, Susanna Lachova Kasarova. Ho Lai, Ming Lao, Shun Lao. Wai Lao, Su Li, Xiaying Li, Yan Li. Peiling Lin, Canping Lu, and Di Mu. Kali Wabunike, Fayo Nwe, Akinwale Oyelekan. Yuk Pang Kwok Siu. Ka So, Olalakan Sunday, Mui Se, Sao Ting, Yue Sang. Quen Tuen, Tristan Wagner, Chung Wong, Lu Shu, Xiaoyan Zheng.
Athro mewn athroniaeth. Teitl y thesis. Dull gwahaniaethau unigol i'r berthynas ramantus berffaith. Master of Philosophy, thesis title. An individual differences approach to the perfect romantic relationship.
Charlotte Evans.
Doethyr mewn athroniaeth. Teitl y thesis. E-ddysgu, damcaniaeth ac ymarfer. Doctor of Philosophy. Thesis title. E-learning, theory and practice.
Gareth Longdon.
Mae Gareth yn ogystal yn enillydd gwobr yr Arglwydd Jones. Gareth is also the winner of the Lord Jones Prize.
Just bear with me while I find the right page. Okay, so we now come to the most formal part of the ceremony, and it's the point at which we confer the degrees or other awards on you and you become graduates. At some of the older universities, this might be done in Latin. It could be done in English, of course, but here in Wales, we're going to do it in Welsh. So the orator will ask me to confer the degrees and all their privileges on you. She will then ask me to do the same for those who aren't present here today and are getting their degrees in absentia. So may I again ask the graduates to please stand and face towards me this time. Okay.
Anrhydeddus Is-Ganghellor. Cymeradwyaf I chi dderbyn y myfyrwyr hynny i'w gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r graddau hyn.
Twi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbyn iaf chwych gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r gwobrau hyn.
Anrhydeddus Is-Ganghellor. Cymeradwyaf I chi dderbyn yn ei hapsenoldeb y myfyrwyr hynny a enwyd yn rhannau priodol o'r rhaglen i'w gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r graddau hyn.
Twi awdurdod y brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi, derbyn iaf y chrau anodwyd in ei hapsenoldeb i'w gwobrau ac I holl freintiau'r gwobrau hyn. That is it. You now have your qualifications and your degrees. Well done and congratulations again.
A fe gewch chi gyd I eistedd. You can now all sit. Diolch. Diolch yn fawr. Gai nawr ofyn I gynrychiolydd o fwrdd lywodraethwyr Prifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam, Maxine Penlington, I gyflwyno gwobr I fyfyriwr nad ydyw'n graddio heddiw. May I now invite the Chair of the Board of Governors of Wrexham Glyndwr University, Maxine Penlington, to introduce an award to a non-graduating student today.
Boneddigion a boneddigesau, ladies and gentlemen, we have already heard of the importance of celebrating the hard work and success of the 1,000 or so individuals, you, our graduates, who are receiving their degrees, diplomas, or certificates over these 3 days. But we should also remember that at this very moment, across the university, there are thousands of students still studying, still working hard towards their goal next year or in 2 or 3 years' time of sitting exactly where you are today. Their outstanding achievements should also be celebrated. And so the university has a number of prizes for students who are still studying. A gafofyn felly fod yr areithiwr yn darllen ar enw y myfyrwyr hyn fydd yn derbyn gwobr heddiw. May I ask, therefore, that the orator reads out the name of the student who will be receiving a prize today.
Enillydd gwobr goffa yr athro Alex Carson, winner of the Professor Alex Carson Memorial Prize. Bachelor mewn gwyddoniaeth anrhydedd seicoleg, gyda blwyddyn sylfaen. Bachelor of Science, Honours Psychology with Foundation Year. Sarah Shaye. Wel, hoffwn yn awr ofyn I gadeirydd bwrdd y Llywodraethwyr I gair cynulliad y prynhawn yma. I would now like to invite the Chair of the Board of Governors to close the congregation this afternoon.
The granting of an academic award brings with it privileges and responsibilities. Through your hard work and diligence, you have joined a distinguished society of scholars. Hoffwn ychwanegu fy longyfarchiadau personol I rai risganchellio a brifysgol. Wrth wneud hynny, rwyf yn cain ffurfio gynulliadau Prifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam a Phrifysgol Cymru. I would like to add my personal congratulations to those of the Vice-Chancellor and the University, and in doing so, I formally close the congregations of Wrexham Glyndwr University and the University of Wales.
Wel, gyfeillion, dyna ddiwedd ein seremoni am y prynhawn yma. Cynhelir cynulliad nesaf Prifysgol Glyndwr Wrecsam y bore fori. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this afternoon's graduation ceremony. The next congregation of Wrexham Glyndwr University will be held tomorrow morning. Gai ofyn I chi gyd I sefyll os gwelwch yn dda ac aros ar eich traed hyd nesir o'r ymdaith gan gynnwys y graddedigion newydd adael y neuadd. May I ask you all to stand and remain standing until the procession and the new graduates has left the hall. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you.